Rain contributes, of course, to the flash flooding on the streets, as Rich just pointed out. But rain, from a scientific point of view, is very hard to predict. The easiest to predict in climate change is the temperature, because that is in a relatively simple relationship to how much greenhouse gases we put in the atmosphere. Rain has to do both with temperature and many other things. How the winds go, how much moisture they take out of the ocean, what's the temperature of the oceans. So it's a higher order derivative from a already fuzzy prediction what the temperature will be. Why don't we know the temperatures either so well? Because we don't know how we are going to behave. Whether we put more greenhouse gases in or whether we get it eventually under control. So you have all these uncertainties with climate change. But one thing is for sure, everything will go up. How much is very uncertain. So we have seen already a lot of extreme events over the last decade here in Brooklyn in particular, both windstorms, tornadoes, and rainfall events that had in excess of 2 inches in a single hour. Now, the city knows that if you have more than 2 inches within one day, you have problems in the city. Certainly with traffic, subway, and so on. Flash flooding will be increasing. How much severe that will be is scientifically not very well known. But anything that the city can do to prepare for it becoming worse will be in the right direction. But it's highly uncompetitive. I just want to point out there's an electric motor over there. I assume it's waterproof. To move this bridge, by the way, like a parallelogram in this diagonal way for boats to get through. But never very little of the industrial or commercial usage along the canal is right now related to water access. That was a thing of the past, where people relied on the canal to bring barges in and unload it and load it and so on. Right now the usage is not anymore related to that. So the question is, it's simply historically a dumping place for the worst kind of usage. And in the future, that ought to be combined in the context of climate change by creating these buffer zones. So when we have a storm event here, that it can run into the parks and not into where it does a lot more damage.